I'm going to tell you a real life Audism story. As you may remember from our previous discussions of Audism, Audism, is a form of discrimination based on hearing status. Deaf and hard of hearing people see this regularly in the form of language discrimination, assumptions about their abilities, employment discrimination, and being treated with patronizing behavior and attitudes. I've mentioned to you before that I know 2 deaf people with PhDs who have been asked in job interviews, "Can you read?" I've never in my life been asked if I can read. This type of ignorance is tragically common in the deaf community. So with his permission, I want to share the story of another deaf person with a PhD who was asked if he can read. Unfortunately, Dr. Lance Nozat, like most other deaf people, has plenty of experience with autism. He told me this story himself and encouraged me to share it with my students. I laughed so hard when he told me this story, and I told him it's only so funny because it's so awful and so unbelievable. And he agrees. I have decided to tell Lance's story in spoken English because the crux of the story is in spoken English. However, he recorded his story on video the day that it happened. So we'll watch him tell it personally in ASL next. So here's his story. Dr. Nozat, who, by the way, has also earned 3 master's degrees, went to Whole Foods Market for lunch with his service dog, a hearing dog, which he used at the time to let him know about sounds around him, like alarms or bells. He parked his car, he walked toward the market, and as he went into the Whole Foods, Dr. Nozat saw 2 older women coming out of the store towards him. Wanting to be polite, he held the door open for them. As they approached him, one of them saw his service dog, and she said, "Oh, look, he's disabled." Noticing Lance's NTID shirt, which had the word deaf on it, she then added, "He's deaf." The other woman responded to her, "Oh, I know how to talk to disabled people." She then walked up to Lance and yelled in his face, "Do you need money for the bus?" So, from what you have learned about deaf culture, the deaf community, and Audism, or maybe human decency, how many things are wrong with this story? So now we'll watch Dr. Nozat's story in his own words on the day it happened. You can tell he's still a little bit in shock. If you're watching this recording, there will be a link to Dr. Nozat's story in the pinned comment of this video.